this is the best kind of lethal. 1 bomb, 2 bombs, and 3 bombs. So, what deck are we playing today? Well, we are deviating from wild mode. Shock horror. We're playing standard. And why am I playing standard? Well, I've hit Diamond rank 5 on wild. I am pretty happy with that rank. And I'm going to sit on that rank until the new expansion launches on Tuesday. So I decided to try and improve my rank on standard, and I wanted to play something that isn't being played in the standard meta at the moment. This is Bomb Warrior with Dr. Boom, Mad Genius and Blast Master Boom. So the idea is you shuffle bombs into your opponent's deck and play Blast Master Boom, get a load of boom bots on the board and a 7/7. Seems pretty good. No one is expecting to play against this deck, no one is thinking about how to play around it, and so in a number of my games I'm finding that the bombs themselves are just killing my opponent, they don't know what to do. Deathwing Mad Aspect, also in this deck, pretty good at clearing a few minions from the board, including your own minions if you're not careful. You've got Wrench Caliber in this deck as a weapon to shuffle bombs. We've also got 1 copy of Horde Pillager to get back another copy of Wrench Caliber. Pretty good. I put Horde Pillager into this deck just so you've got that endless supply of bombs. I think it's pretty good. Other cards in this deck, you've got mechs, you've got Armor Gain with Armor Smith, you've got Card Draw with Battle Rage, which I think is pretty cool, that brings back a few memories. Giggling Inventor, nice to see that card included. I've not faced that on the ladder for God knows how long. So Giggling Inventor, I'm a big fan of it. It's taunts that block damage to your face, buying you more time for your opponent to draw bombs so they die. That's how I look at it. Okay, our first game is against a mage. Now this is the standard mode meta, I have very little idea of what's going on. So, this hand looks good to me. Double Wrench Caliber means 4 bombs are going to be shuffled. But we've also got the Clockwork Goblin. That's 5 bombs. Oh, and look, of course, Dr. Boom Mad Genius. Big fan of that card. Now, it was unnerfed, right? And as a result of that, I'm surprised that more people are not playing it. I don't know what's taking him so long. It's turn 2. Either hero power, pass, or play a minion. Take your pick.
Greetings.
Time runs out on me.
Wow, the rope. The rope on rank 2, and I think our emoting there is thoroughly justified. So he'll see this Armor Smith and he'll be thinking, what the hell is that card? New card. Not something you see very often. Our Armor Smith doesn't accomplish much here because we don't have other minions on board that we can trade into things and gain armor.
The future is ours.
So just a tempo Armor Smith. That needs to die.
Strike.
If he's playing Stargazer Luna, I assume that his deck relies on card draw, so removing it seems very, very sensible. We've shuffled a bomb into the deck. I'm going to take a guess and say that this is a Highlander deck.
Strike.
So if this is a Highlander deck... Oh, look, we drew the bomb. If this is a Highlander deck, then our bombs are hopefully going to cause them some problems. Now, we've shuffled 3 bombs into the deck. 1 has been cast, but our deck tracker is not updating to say there are 2 bombs left in the deck. So that's going to get a bit confusing for me, I think, going forward. So I preemptively hit into his Drake. I don't know if I needed to do that. Yeah, I don't know if I needed to have done that. I think I could have taken 4 damage there needlessly. But I don't think it's gonna hurt us too badly. We have no way of removing that. But that's fine. We shuffle a bomb, we're happy. Productive use of our turn. And next turn. Turn 7. Blastmaster Boom. Do you remember back in the day when Dr. Boom, who cost 7, the original Dr. Boom, when he cost 7 and it was turn 7, you just played him. When Dr. Boom was green, you play him. That was the phrase that was used at the time. And back then, 4 or 5 years ago, playing Dr. Boom on 7 was a big deal. It was considered a game-winning play. Well, this Dr. Boom has given us more boom bots than the original, so we're happy about that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Luna's Pocket Galaxy. Discarded. Oh dear. We're very, very happy about that. The question is, what to do here? I guess we could try and see if we can kill both of these with the boom bots. So, don't go face. Well, actually, if they go face and they do 4 damage each, that's a lot of damage. Anyway. Let's see him try and get through this board. We are threatening lethal. I don't see how he comes back into this game. He's a Highlander deck.
I wonder.
So playing 1/ofs of each card.
I bring life.
That is a pretty significant pickup. But still game over, right? If we can count. I was trying to go for the fancy lethal. So, turns out that Pillager is pretty good. Okay, next game is against a hunter. So, hunters, as far as I can tell, are pretty aggressive in the standard meta. They can kill you very, very quickly if you're not careful. So I'm really happy to see these 1-drops. It's giving us something on the board that can contest small minions that he plays. Except for the Face Stalker. That's got 3 health. But Snip Snap. This is pretty good. We only get to play 1 Snip Snap. But we've killed off his Face Stalker. And we're going to be generating armor now with any future trades. So we're pretty happy. That's annoying. It's got poisonous on it. But we have an answer for it. The mummy here, pretty good.
No tomb can hold me.
Still maintaining a board presence. Still in control. He is reacting to our plays, and slowly but surely his health total is dwindling. We are being the aggressor, almost. If I could just shuffle a few bombs into his deck, then that should be game over. Okay, we don't care too much about that. We're gonna kill it.
Unity.
But
Precision.
it's not a minion that was impacting the board in any significant way for him. Did we need to trade into that? Could we just have gone face and pushed the damage? But it's a dragon. Do we want to leave it on board? There are things he could do that sort of synergize with dragons, right? There's a weapon that they run where if they control a dragon, they don't lose charge on the weapon. But would that have concerned us? We had a 6 attack, Divine Shield Taunt on board, 6 health. Would that have worried us? I don't think so. Maybe I should have gone face.
No tomb can hold me.
So it looks like
No tomb can hold me.
we're going to finish this game at 30 health against an aggressive hunter deck. That's pretty insane. Although I really want an excuse to play Deathwing. Oh, okay. Out of 7 attack, I think it was best to kill it. Although I assume he would have traded with it anyway. Alright, he's starting to build a board here. So, we just deal with the board. It's that simple. Deathwing. Amazing. Oh, that's rude. That is really, really rude. Just killed our Deathwing with very little effort.
Light the fuses.
Alright, we're just going card for card here. But he's on the defensive. Usually it's a role reversal. Usually we would be going on the defensive against him. Because usually he would be the stronger aggressor. But here he is fighting from behind. He's trying to get a foothold on the board. I'd really like to do more with putting some bombs into his deck. We can clear the board here.
Save the best for last. Light the fuses.
Unfortunately... Oh, there's a bomb. Unfortunately, we have not found Dr. Boom Mad Genius, so our mechs do not have rush. But they're still doing a pretty good job.
Feeble magic amuses me.
Wow, taunt. Oh, and he puts us to 29. We actually take damage in this game. Unbelievable.
Hear ye, hear ye.
I'm happy to have that back to hand. More than happy, actually. We're just gonna wait now. Don't know if that was the best way to play that last turn. But honestly, I don't think it matters. It really does not matter.
Listen here.
Once again, we have a board clear.
Light the fuses!
Oh, I could have ordered that differently.
That was an error.
I could have...
Well fought.
Yeah, could have done it the other way around, and we'd get some boom bots on the board.
Your soul shall be mine.
Okay, time
Victory or death.
to face a warlock. So I'm used to warlocks on wild mode. On wild mode, what is it? It's cube locks and the occasional Reno lock and Darkest Hour warlock, unfortunately. On standard, what do we face on standard? What is the big deal with warlock on standard? So, Tempo Armor Smith again?
Armor made to fit.
It's better than armoring up, right? Playing a minion. Okay, interesting. He taps.
Strike.
Somebody order a bomb!
I honestly am clueless as to what builds a warlock are viable on standard. That's a bird. I guess that is viable on both standard and on wild. Bird's pretty good.
No tomb can hold me!
Strike.
No tomb can hold me!
Do you know what Armor Smith plays around? It plays around Dark Skies. Because you just gain a silly amount of armor. Okay, is this some kind of a Highlander Warlock? Is that what we're looking at here?
Armor made to fit.
So we've got the opportunity here
Strike.
to draw 2 cards. Part of me regrets having that armor. If my hero was damaged, I'd be drawing 3 cards. But yes, I get the feeling that we're just going to draw a ridiculous amount of armor in this game. Oh, there's a bomb. Let's give him another one.
Somebody order a bomb! Messy, messy! I'll show you who's boss.
See, that's an interesting card, the Skipper. I think it's decent against aggro. The problem is you damage your own board,
I will act as your skin.
but that is fine if you've got Armor Smith or if you want to Battle Rage for cards. That has benefits. Like, we can do it now. We can damage all of our minions and draw how many cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Wow. That's potentially game winning in itself, because we're keeping up with him in terms of card draw and resources.
No lollygagging.
Strike.
So anyway, this is a Galacron warlock, which means he's going to aim to go wide on the board and buff the attack power of his minions. But he's had quite a slow start.
That was an error.
And that measly little demon is on the board, doing very little for him.
Strike.
So it looks like we're in a really good position here.
You are too late. His return is nigh.
Although he's making a comeback. Alright, let's try to build a board. Do I just want to ignore that? Alright, we ignore the 6/6. Don't really have a choice anyway. Breaking through. Okay. There's that wide board that we were afraid of, because the attack power of those minions will get buffed up. Brawl seems reasonable. It'll now force him to start rebuilding the board from scratch, almost. These bombs are doing good work. We just need to put ourselves in a position where we can either build up enough of a board to go face and kill him, or shuffle a couple more bombs into that deck. We have Wrench Caliber, we have the Pillager, so we can get 6 bombs back into the deck.
I will destroy them.
Oh,
Astonishing.
that's painful. That's really, really painful, but he needs the card draw. It's his only way to win the game, getting that board presence.
Save the best for last. Light the fuses.
And this is similar to the game with the Hunter in that they are meant to be the aggressors, but we're putting them under so much pressure that they are reacting to what we do, and we're keeping them on their toes. And whilst doing that, we're doing a lot of damage to them.
What about
So if you had any doubts,
Your skill,
if you had any reservations about the quality of this deck and its ability to win, I hope your reservations have been dispelled. Wow, Sacrificial Pact. Okay. He's getting his healing here. I'll give him credit. He is hanging in there. He's doing his best. Another sack pact. Wow, so this is a dragon Galacron zoo style warlock. I do wonder how this would do in wild mode. Would this be fast enough in wild? Probably not. I don't know. Gosh, here's another board clear. So we're just ignoring the board. Ignore the board, go face. Taking a small risk. Leaving a 5-2 up. We could have killed it. But I think going face here is so important. Still above 30 health, including armor. We're in a relatively good position. It just depends on how much bigger this board gets. And now that board has increased massively in size. Alex Straza. We've got to get rid of this board now. Hopefully the 1-1 lives. Oh dear. Starting to feel a little bit desperate now. Getting a little bit worried. If Alex hadn't survived, we'd be in a much better position.
Light the fuses!
Oh wow! That's incredibly clean. Incredibly clean. This Dynamatic knows what he's doing. So he's going wide on the board, but I suspect it's too late. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Okay, joining this final game in progress. Looks like a mech hunter. So seemingly a bit different to the hunter that I faced earlier. Nice to see that Mech Hunter still has some kind of a presence in the game, because in Wild it's Mech Paladin mostly. Mech Hunter has kind of disappeared.
Listen here!
I'm really liking
Listen here!
the use of Armor Smith in this deck. As you've seen in this video, there's been moments where it's just stockpiled a massive amount of armor for me, and that's helped me survive into the late game, buying me time for the bombs to do their work to kill my opponent. And then there's occasions like this, where the Armor Smith just does a really good job of trading into low attack, low health minions.
Access denied.
Access denied. And he trades. Does it go face?
No tomb can hold me. No tomb can hold me.
And he is supposed to be the aggressor. But we've done a reasonable job of keeping the board under control.
What is my purpose?
Just playing a 1/5 on its own doesn't feel great for him.
Unity, precision, precision.
Strike.
Although, to be fair, that was a good result. It managed to kill off our Restless Mummy.
Somebody order a bomb.
I think from my perspective,
Primitive.
I'm scared of leaving a mech on the board due to the magnetic effects, so where possible I want to clear the mechs. Yeah, that's exactly what I was afraid of. This could get quite
I
awkward.
wonder what this does.
That is really painful. So, slowly but surely now, he's building up his board presence. My hand, not looking especially great at the moment.
Astonishing.
Never in a boom.
We can generate a boom bot. I mean, that's something. Now with 7 mana to play with, we could have gone with the Clockwork and the Armor Smith, but double Snip Snap I think is going to be more helpful in terms of board presence, because that's what we're going to need.
Protocol 7.
Ow, very, very painful. I can only assume that he's going to go face with that 8 damage. After all, he is the aggressive deck. He needs to start doing some face damage.
Astonishing.
Okay. So, we have to kill that, obviously.
No tomb can hold me.
Armor made to fit.
But first of all, we're going to try and draw some cards. So ordering here is going to be important.
No tomb can hold me.
No, I need the other Snip Snap. to attack in to the 8 attack bomb, right? So we do it like this. We draw 3 cards. They're still reasonable. We lose the Armor Smith. Unfortunate. If I'd ordered that slightly differently, could we have drawn more cards, perhaps? Anyway, similar amount of resources in hand for both of us. Board's looking like it's in my favour, slightly. Although Glowtron changes that, perhaps. Okay, maybe he's got the better board here because of the 4-5. Okay. I'm getting slightly worried about our health total. I mean, 18 health, including armor, is still pretty reasonable at this stage of the game against an aggressive deck. But we've left a mech on board. And what does he do? Double magnetic effect. That's quite annoying. Do you know what? I'm just playing the Deathwing here. I could have played the Devastator, maybe. Would that have been better? But then what else would I have played after the Devastator? If I play the Inventor, then I can't armor up as well. And I wanted to fit in some armor game. And I think, therefore, having Deathwing on the board compared to Devastator is a much bigger deal. But yeah, 12 to the face.
I'll show you who's boss.
And again, I could have played the Devastator there, but that would have left a 1-1 mech on the board, and we don't want to do that. So much rather ignore it, play the taunts. 4 hits are needed to get through the taunts. That's not going to happen. And that's game over. All thanks to Deathwing.
Well fought, I concede.
Okay, so if you are looking for a deck to rank up with a few hours before the new expansion drops, then you may want to try this. It's certainly effective, as you've seen in this video, and yeah, I've had a lot of fun playing it. No one expects to see the bombs, and no one expects to see Deathwing Mad Aspect, and to be honest, Dr. Boom Mad Genius, at least from my limited experience on Standard, doesn't seem to be seeing a lot of play, even though it's been unnerfed and is pretty strong. So, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all very soon, undoubtedly for some wild mode fun and experimentation once the Ashes of Outland expansion has hit. So I will see you on the other side. Take care, everyone, and have fun.